Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of April 10th. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com for more readers and astrologers. This is the second time I'm doing your reading because something happened to the first one. I already had the cards laid out. I noticed when I finished the reading that it didn't record properly. So let's try this again. You started with the Tower in reverse. So I do think some of you are avoiding some sort of disaster or have avoided some sort of disaster in your life or some sort of difficulty or something like that. Some of you might have even had a close call financially where you kind of were able to get out of some sort of financial difficulty very quickly. So that's definitely good to hear. Your next card is the Ace of Diamonds, card of better finances, starting new finances, and kind of innovating your finances as well. I think a lot of you could be also, because a lot of water signs are at this time, I think that a lot of you could be focused on things from the past. So some of you could be working on old business ideas from the past, old job ideas, or even if you're retired, you could be focused on old like investment ideas or investing in things that you have already invested in the past. And I think this is a good thing for you. This is also a card of innovation. It can be a card of revisiting things, but usually in a different way. So the good news is, again, you could be revisiting a business that didn't work in the past, and now it's working for you, or a job that didn't work, and now it's working for you with this card, which is definitely really nice. Also a card that says, do not be afraid to step off on a new journey. I think a lot of you could be focusing on the past at this time, Nine of Spades, thinking about disappointments from the past. I would say that mostly this has to do with, for you, Mercury, and this Mercury retrograde that will be happening for you, Cancer. It's definitely going to be having a lot to do with the past and things from the past at this time. This card says, don't dwell in the past. Don't think too much in the past because that stuff is past, if I can't say that enough, right? So definitely don't focus too much on negative things from the past. I would say that if anything stops you at this time, that's what it will be, is it will be something that has happened to you in the past and you're kind of allowing it to prevent you from going any further into whatever it is that you're working on at this time. Could even be a relationship. Somebody, you have the Four of Diamonds, can represent somebody who's interested in you. I don't think any of you will really, let's see, what do we have going on here? I don't think any of you will really take action necessarily on love at this time. You could be interested in somebody. I would say that this card says, even though it's a Diamonds card, it's still a card that says they're probably interested in you. So you probably have some mutual interest going on with somebody if you're single at this time. But I also don't think anything will happen right now. Probably, which is, again, probably not a bad thing. It's probably good that it doesn't happen during the retrograde. The retrogrades, multiple. But I think that it will probably happen in the future. It's also an amazing card for work, for all of you working, making more money. A lot of you could be traveling at this time, or even moving with this card, moving to new locations, or possibly just thinking about moving, thinking about a new place to move. Next, you have the Ten of Hearts, a great card of socialization. I would say it's a great week to socialize. Just watch what you say. Although, actually, I think for you, like a couple other signs had negative things around friends or challenges around friends. But you have a really good card of friends coming up. Plus, this card right here is an excellent card of friendship and talking with friends. So it could be a very good social week for you. Great card for dating. Great card for going out there. I always tell people, like, don't allow the retrograde to stop you from dating. I mean, you don't have to... You don't have to make any commitments. I would say for you as well, and again, probably all water signs at this time. I think all water signs, because the Venus retrograde is now going into Pisces, I think they feel like they want like a commitment on a much deeper level. So I think all you Cancers who are single probably want a commitment on a much deeper level, like you really want to commit, but that could be clouding your judgment. So be careful of that, because it's like you could want to commit so bad. I don't even know what I'm trying to say here, but you could want to commit so bad that basically you're ignoring opportunities to just have fun, to like just date and not have any like real commitment there, and figure out, and this is an excellent time to figure out what you want, to figure out like what type of person you actually want to be with. And so don't pass up on those opportunities during a retrograde to actually figure that out. Again, it probably says that, maybe these dates won't turn anything into the future, again, because of the retrograde, but what they could turn into is exactly what you want or need. So focus on that. And again, for those of you that are already in a relationship, excellent card. And also, again, if you're not looking for a relationship, this is an awesome card to meet new friends, to meet new people, and to network, like I said, and do the same thing. Doesn't mean that you're making a commitment, so you could be looking for a business partner or something. And this card just says, hey, go out and meet people, interview people, see what happens, see where it goes. Great time to experiment, great time to test people out. Next, you have the Jack of Clubs, amazing card for friends. Definitely can represent an admirer, somebody who's interested in you, male or female, whatever your preference, doesn't matter. And it's also a great card for communicating with friends. Also a great card for honesty. If you need honesty from people around you, I would say that a lot of, there's like a lot of just people being very internal at this time, really focusing on themselves, which is, I think, a positive thing. Focusing on yourself to make changes. So if you want to make changes and you're looking for feedback from friends, this is a great time where friends could be very open and honest with you, where you could say, hey, maybe you need to go to a friend and say, hey, I can't keep any of my dates. Everybody's like running away from me after I date them. What's wrong? This card says your friends are going to be very open and honest with you. So, be prepared, because it might hurt your feelings, but at the same time, you could get a really good answer. Or maybe you go to a friend and say, hey, every single business I start, it like fails. I can't get it to go anywhere. And maybe your friend will be like, hey, well, it's because, you always reach a certain point and you quit, or something like that. And again, maybe that could really hurt. But the advice that comes off of a card like this can be very valuable. And finally, you have the Ace of Spades card of victory, success, overcoming obstacles. So I think a lot of you could be overcoming obstacles at this time. I will say that I don't, and Ten of Hearts, by the way, can represent existing problems being resolved. I will say that I don't think obstacles are necessarily very easy to overcome right now, but there's like a lot of things going on, like Mars is basically sextiling Cancer, pretty much all of April for you, and I have the chart up on the screen, by the way, and so I think that makes you more kind of confident in yourself, and I would say that's pretty much the main point there. So it could give you a lot of confidence towards like achieving your goals, and that could be pushing you through this extra difficulty we have with like Saturn and some other things that are going on that could make it harder to overcome obstacles. So in a lot of ways, I think the astrology is really balancing things out for water signs, for everybody really, but mostly water signs when it comes to career. So very interesting. Interesting week, for sure. It's been a very interesting couple of weeks, I gotta say. So thank you, and enjoy your week.